Menopausal and perimenopausal women, listen up. It's time to take control of your health and comfort, and Winona is here to help. Winona is a telemedicine company for menopause care who believes that your symptoms are real, important, and deserve to be taken seriously. And for many women, this starts with hormone replacement therapy. Winona's HRT is made with plant-based, bioidentical hormones rather than synthetic ones, so it better aligns with your body to offer relief from hot flashes, weight gain, and other uncomfortable symptoms. 80% of women who use Winona find relief within just 90 days. So, what are you waiting for? Get started today. Visit buywinona.com today to start your free visit. With free shipping and the ability to pause or cancel at any time, your path to wellness has zero obligations. Use code SPRING24 at buywinona.com for 25% off your first treatment plan. That's BYWINONA.com for 25% off. Winona. Menopause care made easy. Summer is the season of hot temperatures, outdoor adventures, and refreshing water activities. Summer is also the season of rough on your feet, causing dry, cracked heels and toes. Introducing Babyfoot, the original exfoliation foot peel that contains 16 natural extracts formulated to remove dead skin cells in 3 easy steps. Apply the booties, relax for an hour, then wash your feet. In 14 days, you've got baby smooth skin and your feet have never been softer. Letting dead skin cells build up over time is hazardous to your foot health. Our professional-grade DIY products, like our original exfoliation foot peel, our men's foot peel, or our moisturizing mask, are some of the best foot care products on the market, created with your foot health in mind. Pamper yourself with a spa day from the comfort and convenience of your own home with Babyfoot. If you want a chemical-free, easy-to-use exfoliating process from the company that created the original foot peel, it's time to treat yourself to Babyfoot. Go to babyfoot.com and use the code SUMMERFEET24 and get 20% off your first order with Babyfoot. That's babyfoot.com and use the code SUMMERFEET24.
Hello and welcome to a super special episode of Too Stupid to Live, a podcast that reviews romance novels $5 and under. I'm your host, Becky Feldman, and I just could not end the year that is 2022 without reviewing one of my favorite genres of romance novels. That's right, Alien Hanukkah romance. Alien Hanukkah romance. Today, my guest and I are reviewing Meteors and Menorahs by Nessa Clow, which is currently $3.99. And I'll tell you right now, this book is nothing short of an interstellar mitzvah. I can say those things because I'm like Jewish. Anyway, moving on. Today's episode is brought to you by Colorado Country, written by Diana Palmer, which is now out from Kensington Books. If you like a cowboy hat along with your Santa hat, definitely add Colorado Country to your holiday reading list. It includes Diana Palmer's 2 popular cowboy novellas, The Snowman and Mistletoe Cowboy. These are 2 fun, bite-sized holiday reads that will be a surefire hit as you celebrate, or just as you if you're in that situation, just get through the holiday season. This episode is also brought to you by You Can Hide, a romantic suspense novel from Rebecca Zanetti. If you're like, I've had enough joy this holiday season, I could just use a little suspense, definitely check out the second installment in Zanetti's Laurel Snow series that centers around serial killers, their dysfunctional families, and asks the question, what if someone you love is a killer? You Can Hide is also out from Kensington Books, and you can find more information on this book and Colorado Country in today's show notes or at tstlpodcast.com. So on to the guest today. Given that this book involves aliens, I, of course, needed to have a connoisseur of alien erotica on the show. My friend Aysha Wax is our returning guest, and let me tell you, this episode is a miracle of delights. So please enjoy this review of Meteors and Menorahs. Okay, Aysha, welcome back. Shalom and welcome back, should I say.
Right before Hanukkah, very apt.
It's very apt because we only say shalom during right before Hanukkah.
That's true.
welcome back to the show. How we were just catching up, but in terms of I pressed record. Now I'm going to ask you again. How are you doing? What's new? How's your life changed for the better?
So much. All the things are changed. I'm now
Yeah.
living on the east side.
Ooh.
So I like it.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Writing, making shorts, making things, reading erotic novels, living my
Mm-hmm.
best life.
That's great. That is great. So you, I had you on the show before, and you are into, and are you still into like sci-fi romance with like aliens and stuff? Is it still your thing?
Yes. And like, I'm gonna be honest, I really like this book.
I
Uh,
loved this book.
okay. I don't want to be too effusive, but
Oh,
it's
I could talk about it. It was brilliant. I loved
I
it.
agree. I thought
Show
it was
over.
so
No,
good.
yeah.
I was surprised at how well written it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I still like alien stuff. Uh, I like sci-fi.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I like a lot of different romance. I like the sci-fi stuff better than bodice rippers.
Yeah.
Sometimes. It
Sure.
depends.
Yeah, it depends on the author, I think. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, do they get you into it or not? Yeah.
Yeah. And I like supernatural things. So
Mm-hmm.
this was up my alley.
Oh, good. I saw it and I was like, I want to do because I always want to do a Hanukkah romance, and that's actually what I want to ask you is like, around this time there's like Christmas romances, there's like that Hallmark Christmas romances. Have you ever read like a full on like Hanukkah romance or watched one of those like Hallmark Hanukkah romances? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so actually me and my husband have been watching a lot of Lifetime movies. We fell into it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first year we've done it. And we tried to watch one of the Hanukkah ones and it was incredibly bad. But like not like we have like a barometer because it has to be so bad that it's like comedic. It was
Yes.
just like sad. Uh
It's the
so
story of Hanukkah. Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't found one that I'm like really excited about yet.
Mm-hmm.
So this was a revelation.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. I am so glad. Are you like a big Hanukkah celebrator, like as an adult? Do you light the candles and stuff?
I light the candles every night. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't had a Hanukkah party as an adult, but maybe at some point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't like cooking because I burn myself.
And you smell like onions for like literally 3 months afterwards.
Yeah, I'll get the ones from Trader Joe's you can just heat up.
Oh, nice.
But when I was
Perfect.
a kid, it was like a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of, I mean, I think that like I did a show last weekend where we were talking all about Hanukkah, and I think it's just like it's been so competitive with Christmas, even though it's not a big Jewish holiday, it's
Yeah.
very funny.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, I mean, yeah, I love Hanukkah, but it is not as like festive as Christmas is.
No. No, no, no. Did you ever feel when you were growing up like left out when like during like how did you feel during the holiday season when it's like primarily Christmas, blah blah blah?
When I was a kid, so I had an interesting childhood because so I went to a Jewish day school. I was surrounded by Jewish people. My parents and
Mm-hmm.
I used to go to like uh to movies and like Indian food, not necessarily Chinese food on
That counts.
Christmas.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean. It's open. Like
Yeah.
it's a restaurant that's open. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
then my parents got divorced and my dad remarried a woman who was Mormon. So I
Mm-hmm.
went to Mormon Christmas for like 3 or 4 years and
Okay.
I loved it. It was great. I loved
What is Mormon Christmas different than what
no.
we? Okay.
It
I
was
didn't.
no, I this made it sound like maybe religiously persecuting them, but no, it's the
Yeah.
same.
Mhm. Oh, okay. Got it. I didn't know if it
Uh
was like, oh, but for Mormon Christmas, we use like a rose, not a tree. And I'm like, oh, I don't know.
no, I think it's all the same. I mean, I think certain Mormons are like less gifty and uh but no, it was like gifts and trees and we all wore matching pajamas
Oh.
and I loved it. And then my dad got divorced and then I went back to Hanukkah and like Hanukkah's great. So
Yeah.
I'm
It's
like,
fine.
it's fine. My husband is not Jewish, so we
Hmm.
also do a little bit of Christmas. So,
Hmm.
and Hanukkah, and I think together it's a perfect holiday. Uh,
Yes, I agree. I celebrated Christmas for the first time last year, and I'm like, this is great. It's Thanksgiving with gifts. I love it.
yeah, it's like you get to be kind of sad and be like, oh, it's cold and the year's over and
Hmm.
we're all a little depressed, but we love each other.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. And it's like you don't get that with Hanukkah.
no, yeah, you don't.
Yeah, you
Even
really
though
don't.
most Jewish holidays are a little depressing because we have guilt and sadness in our generations, but
Hmm.
yeah, I like the Christmas sadness.
Yeah, it's different because, like, I feel like with Jewish sadness, it's like we're still here. But with like Christmas sadness, it's like, but we have each other, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's like a dismal thing to Jewish holidays, I think, of like
Totally.
there's no cheer, I guess. And that's gonna come out wrong, but like, because there's happy parts, happy
For
holidays, but
sure.
there's no like jingle bells.
No, and it's so funny because like most of those songs were written by Jewish people anyway.
I know. That's
So,
so fascinating. It's so fascinating how much like Judaism has um like dictated Christmas in a way.
yes, and I feel like Christmas too, like they're not even mentioning Jesus ever, like in commercials or anything. We're all just talking about Santa, and who is Santa but this weird morality guy?
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
like the idea of him watching you all the time like some weird god is very strange to me. I never grew up with a Santa Claus, so I'm sure sacrilegious to some, but weird to me.
I think it's weird. Did you like, because like I had friends growing up who believed in Santa Claus, and like obviously I didn't. And were you
Yeah.
ever in a situation where you were a kid and you were like, or you were with someone, a child or an adult, maybe, I don't know. I don't know your life, but like who like legit believed in Santa Claus and you were just like, uh-huh. You know what I mean? Like you were just
Yeah.
being nice.
Yeah, I do remember that. I it's like and it's so strange to me because it's like, why are we telling kids to believe in something that's not, I guess the spirit of Christmas. Again, I didn't like, I feel like a total cultural disconnect to that. Like,
Hmm.
so I'm having a baby, which I'm excited about.
Very
But
exciting.
I'm also like, would I want them to do that? Like, I don't care. It's like this weird myth that I
Hmm.
guess is fun, but also it's like to make them believe there's someone watching them, which is creepy. Uh,
Agreed. Yeah. I wonder if it's like a discipline thing in a way too. It's just like this
yeah.
easy. I mean, I like, it's like if you're good, like Santa will give you presents and then presents, and that's just like the easiest way to like get them to like stop like, picking their nose or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're totally right.
Hmm.
Uh, I mean, I get it. Kids aren't nuanced enough to be like, look, we're all on this spectrum of gray and we're trying to figure out what's the best. But I still think Santa is a little strange. Like,
Hmm.
I like I think like it's fun that he's there. I feel like being like as a kid, like really believing in him and being disappointed that this man isn't real is very strange.
Yeah. It feels like it's this rite of passage that like we never had, like
Yeah.
and it's like like when people discover that Santa isn't real and it was like just like that it was like someone's first big heartbreak and it's like, well,
Yeah.
I never had to deal with that.
I never had that. And then I'm also like, and maybe some Christian people will, feel differently, but like,
Hmm.
I didn't feel like I missed anything by not
Mm,
having Santa, the belief in Santa in my life.
yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like just because of who I am as a person and who I was as a kid, like I always felt left out. I was always very, very jealous and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And looking back on it, like I really don't care, like it's like the same thing. Like I really like was making something out of nothing because it's like I don't care
Yeah.
about Santa. I don't care about Santa. I'm saying this, and people are gonna like.
Wow.
I am losing listeners right now, just
I'm
left and right.
sure we are not on the big Santa train,
No,
which
I went.
sounds vaguely
Yeah,
dirty.
Well, it sounds hot, and this is a perfect place for it. I'll get on that Santa train.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sexily. Yeah. Like, great. Oh, I love Santa erotica. I love all of it. But like one time I was doing an improv show, and it was like one of those monologue improv shows, and it was right before the holidays, and I was like telling people about I was just telling a story about how like my friends believed in Santa growing up, and I was like, and I always like lied. I mean, I knew Santa wasn't real, so I was just like, yeah, Santa's real. And like the whole audience booed me. Like I was this terrible person. I'm like, I am awful.
I give you permission, but maybe this is just a Jewish kid thing to another Jewish kid thing. So really destroying America and all of their Christian-centric feelings.
Yeah. Sorry, folks. But listen, it's Hanukkah. Hanukkah's where it's at. This book is where it's at. We're going to discuss it. Let me read a quick synopsis, and then we will just get into it. So the book that we are reviewing today is Meteors and Menorahs by Nessa Claw, or Claw? I'm going to say Claw. It's currently $3.99. So here's a quick synopsis that I wrote 5 minutes ago. Okay. The brilliant and caring anesthesiologist Leia has a problem of, let's say, galactic proportions. And no, it's not the fact that the man Kenneth, who she's been crushing on at work, is actually from another planet. This year, Leia is visiting her parents for Hanukkah, only to discover that her ex-boyfriend David will be there. She realizes the only way to handle this crisis is by bringing along Kenneth to pose as her current flame. So now, Kenneth, aka Kanar, must pass off as Leia's significant other on top of trying to pass off as human in general. Their quest soon becomes the story of Hanukkah 2.0, because these two are gonna need a miracle if this ruse can last all 8 nights.
That is a really great synopsis, and a lot of galactic and star outer space theming. Loved it. 10 out of 10.
Oh my God, thank you so much. It's all about like, I'm like really smart as a play on word, just like really using the top of my intelligence there to just scribble this out. So thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you. Okay, so we both loved this book, but like I kind of want to like talk about the premise a little bit. Like, have you ever encountered like any sort of like alien holiday romance? So was this like a surprise to you when you like first saw like this book?
Yeah, I was really surprised, especially because I was like, when is the alien gonna come in?
Yes.
Because it's unclear because they do dueling POVs.
Which was unclear. Yeah.
And it was unclear maybe to like the 3rd chapter that he's actually an alien. And I was like, what? It was a real surprise, and I can't say I hated it. I've never come across a book like this before, and it was done so well.
Yes, it was done well. See, I knew he was an alien because on the cover is a purple-skinned alien. So, and he had like washboard abs. So I was like, okay, obviously like the main guy has to be an alien. But what was very confusing is that like the chapter heads don't say who is narrating. So you kind of need like 2 seconds, which is a lot, I think, as a reader to kind of do the mental gymnastics to like figure out like who is narrating. And so you just think it's Leia, but then it's like the empire of the guild. It was like da-da-da. And I'm like, okay, I guess this is Kanar.
Yes. I also was like, what? I can't believe he picked the name Kenneth, but I guess it's close to Kanar.
Yeah, Kenneth Kanar. Like Kanar Ken is his alien name, and he goes by Kenneth Kanar in On Earth.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the premise. I love a little farce of what's gonna happen. We're gonna get found out. We have a big secret. Love. So I was already in.
Oh yeah. The premise it's so brilliant. Like I was like, I love like what I love about this as a whole is like there's like the fact that so Kenneth's like species is here on Earth to study humans who to see if they can be part of a larger like galactic intergalactic like diplomatic relations. But who cares about that? Like,
Don't care.
No one
Yeah.
cares. And that was what was so great. It was like all about can like get through this Hanukkah.
Yes. It's also like, if you're talking about Hanukkah is not like a really important Jewish holiday. So it's bizarre that she's there for all of Hanukkah.
Yes.
I mean, I loved it. But like, there's nothing to do on Hanukkah. It's not like Passover or like Rosh Hashanah where there's like a lot of things that you're supposed to be doing. You're just lighting the candles every night and hanging out.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I at times got bored. Like I got bored for her of like,
Yeah.
oh, what are you guys going to do now? Just go for a walk, go for a beat. You know, like when you're home for a while and there's that day hits and you're just like, you don't want to stay around. And it's like, what are you going to do? I felt that.
Yeah. I also felt for them because obviously Ashkenazi family, they're Eastern European Jews. They're only eating like Eastern European Jewish food. And I was like, by the 6th day, I'm sad for them. That's too much.
It is so much brisket
Yeah.
and so much meat and potatoes. Like they are probably, sorry to be very like grotesque, but they were probably so constipated.
Oh my God, so constipated. I thought about that too.
Yeah.
That food just stops you up.
Yeah. And then he was also eating matzah too.
Oh, no. Terrible.
Terrible. Who eats matzah? Like I have never eaten matzah during any other time of year other than Passover. Like I would never think to be like, oh, let's just get matzah to have in that. I'm not like that.
Me neither, but a lot of non-Jewish people do eat it. Like,
whoa,
in different times. I've talked to people and I've been like, ugh, I try to avoid, but I think that as Jews, we spend a lot of time, I know I do, thinking about being constipated because it's a problem.
It really is. Yeah. It's a really problem. It's a huge problem for our people.
Our people struggle with this to this day. And the matzah is not helping. The matzah is just like, it's going to keep you stopped up for days.
Yeah. I think that's why we were fed it to be, oh, no, wait. No, never mind. Because I was like, oh, isn't that why we have matzah? Because we were running away and like we needed enough food. And like, yeah, it wasn't leavened because whatever. But it was like, listen, you're going to eat matzah. It's going to fill you for a while. We'll have it for, it's going to last a really long time. You won't need snacks in between as we run from the Pharaoh.
I love this. I think this is true. I think this is what the rabbis aren't saying is that, like who really wants to stop when you're on the run in the Red Sea and you like don't have time to take a poop? Like,
yes. Yeah.
You got to keep going.
Yeah. It's more about efficiency than it is about proper digestion at this point. Understandable when you're running away from genocide.
Yes, definitely. But yeah, I think this is a big part that they're not telling us. And I think we are truthers over here.
We are. We're exposing the truth.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of, like, so sometimes in these like Hanukkah romances, like it's clear that the author did some research on Judaism, and there's always like a tidbit in these books about Judaism that's something I was never taught in Hebrew school. Yeah. And one of them in this book was the idea of a Kohen. I had no idea what that was.
I had no idea what that was either.
Wow. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
But I did feel like it was so well researched. It's funny that it's like maybe or not, or that I felt like the person who wrote it was Jewish, but I don't know. But now you're saying that this is all a front. Wow, she's really appropriating our people. But yeah, the whole idea of the Kohen, I know that I knew they were supposed to be like priestly, but I had to look it up and I felt incredibly stupid.
Oh, I looked it up as well. And it's like, and then it's like I get lost, I get in a spiral, and then like all of a sudden it was like we had to record and I'm like looking at like, interesting. These Cohens, I didn't know that I had no idea that there was a familial hereditary line of Jewish priests. Like I had, and that's what a Cohen is. And I just thought it was, someone with the last name Cohen.
I also thought that, and I didn't really understand what that meant in today's world. And I learned something from this book.
Yes. Yeah. And it just like really is very fascinating. And I have to say, as sometimes these books where it just feels like, oh, maybe they just like copy pasted Hanukkah for Christmas, there's always an added tidbit that me as a Jewish person does not know. And I've learned so much more about Judaism through these books written by non-Jews probably than I have in 12 years of Hebrew school.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Yeah. I taught Hebrew school. I went to Jewish day school. I didn't know this. Oh, I also had a question. There was like one thing about the food that I highlighted where I was like, she said they were eating sweet and sour meatballs. And
yeah.
I've never had that. Have you had that?
I have never had sweet and sour meatballs. Myself, no, I have not. I had no idea it was a thing, but at this point I was very constipated and I think I just
Yeah, like she's like my aunt's kugel and my mother's matzo ball soup, sweet and sour meatballs. I was like, what are sweet and sour meatballs?
Yeah. I mean, obviously it wouldn't be pork, obviously.
No.
But because like my first thought is like Swedish. I always think Swedish meatballs and like like IKEA, but I don't remember, and I do not recall ever having like sweet and sour meatballs. It was always like brisket. Brisket.
I know. That's like the one thing my mom can make. So
we just throw it all in. It's delicious. Yeah. You like brisket, I'm assuming.
Yes, of course.
It's so comforting. It's so comforting.
It's so good. But you can only have it for a couple days and then you're like, I've had enough of this for a year or so.
Oh, yeah. And these people are eating it for like 8 nights.
Oh my God.
8 nights in a row of brisket, potatoes, kugel, latkes, donuts, I'm assuming. They don't really mention donuts, but I'm assuming that there's donuts.
Yeah, it's insane. It's just Constipation City. It's such heavy food. You could do it like one night, maybe 2 nights. They don't talk about ever having salads.
No, they don't eat a single vegetable.
Very worried about their digestive system.
Their cholesterol is through the roof. I am so nervous. Like, and then also they talk about going to a deli during the day, like for lunch.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, I feel for them because it's all so relatable because it's things that I have done. Yes, have I eaten meat 8 days in a row straight? Yes. And during those days did I go to delis for lunch? Of course I did. And I'm feeling their gas and constipation pains right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot.
But what's interesting is that another thing that I thought was so brilliant about this book was Kenneth's character as an alien, because he comically eats so much. He eats hilariously so much food, like a cartoon character. He loves food.
Yes, I love that. I thought that was great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, his character was, I was like, he's here and I'm excited about him.
Yeah. I thought I want to ask you, like, compared to like other like male alien characters, like it felt like his character had like a lot more dimension than other ones.
Yes. Yeah, he felt like a fleshed out person who had opinions and ideas, and he stood up to her about when she was being an asshole. Is really surprised about that. He like was a good partner.
Yeah. He was like, I will help you with this game, lady.
Yeah.
It felt like he really cared about like the ruse in a way of like almost like kind of like there was something like, obviously it's a fish out of water story for him, but there was like something also baby like childlike about him, you know?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, where he was like, a game, I will do this. Yes. Like he was just like enthusiastic about lying in a way, you know, and it was very endearing.
Yes.
another thing I appreciate about his character is that he has phobias of flying on planes, even though
Yes.
he's probably been on a spaceship, doesn't like air travel, and he's afraid of.
Understandable. Relatable.
I guess. Like, I mean, the two things that he's afraid of, I am also afraid of. I'm afraid of water. He's afraid to swim in the ocean and water. Afraid of flying, which who isn't?
Yeah.
So just to see him like be so neurotic, but then also like he operates like he came from another planet through space.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh no, what's that turbulence?" Like, I mean, brilliant. It was so brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I love that too. I was like, yeah, he has flaws. He's not perfect. He's
Mhm.
not like a lot of these kinds of books in general can make their romantic lead incredibly boring.
Yeah.
And I think he had things that were imperfect about him and weird and specific, and that was really nice.
Hmm. And so he was here, like he's here on planet Earth as part of this like study, and he's studying the human body, in more than, but like as like his cover story, his cover identity is that he's a physical therapist or
Yes.
physiologist or something, and I thought that was an interesting detail as well because it just like it's the specificity of it.
Yeah, yeah. And he has a job and he has his own house. I mean, he's really got it all together. He's
Hmm.
maybe the perfect partner.
100%. And he's just so positive. He's
Yeah.
so positive. I love, like, he's just like, he likes her. He's like, as much as like the fear, even though he has a lot of fears, like, he's like game on trying things and like
Yeah.
enthusiastic. It was great.
Yes, agreed. I think that it's cool that he's a physical therapist. It's cool that he is proud of his job and likes what he's doing.
Hmm.
Yeah, we could have a worse guy out there. Like we've all
Yeah.
met much worse guys. So
Oh,
this,
yeah.
this alien wants to come through. We'll all give him a nice big hug.
Oh, he's welcome in my home anytime, Hanukkah or otherwise. Hanukkah
There
or
you go.
otherwise.
Hanukkah or other Jewish holidays.
Our other Jewish holidays, listen, Passover, the Simchat Torah, come over, come over. Um, what about Leia as a character? I related to her a lot. Yeah.
I did too. I felt like she's a little less likable because she
Hmm.
uh but I think that's good. I think she's interesting and I think she's nuanced and yeah, dealing with a lot of like family stuff and healing family stuff.
Hmm.
I cannot relate to having an ex-boyfriend as terrible as hers,
That
but
was wild. And like that was like one of the things. Like the main thing in Leia's life is that like her ex-boyfriend David, like he was like the perfect Jewish boy. Her
right.
parents very much wanted her to marry him. Like, and so she breaks it off with him, but they keep in touch with David to the point where David like sees them more often than she does. And she doesn't want to be in the same place. So it's kind of like they like David is more of their son than she is their daughter, which is so weird. Which is so weird. Like under like why is she like? It's weird that she's taking it on herself and she's not like, Mom, Dad, you're terrible people.
Yeah, yeah, it was so upsetting and that they seem very unaware of it. And this was 10 years ago. It's not like it
Hmm.
was like a year ago. It's not like they were ever married. Like
Yeah.
the whole thing was so weird to me. I mean, I know this kind of thing happens. So like I that it didn't feel implausible. It just felt shitty to have
Hmm.
your ex-boyfriend take over your parents.
Yeah. Like to an extent, yes. But I feel like if I were a parent and let's say I was doing that, like I feel like I would have some sort of awareness after 10 years and just know that like, oh, maybe I am like, this is weird that, this person is my, daughter's ex is in my life more than that. And it's like the parents were just like, so like, they were just like, oh, really? You don't like this? Like,
Yeah, and everybody's just assuming they're going to get back together, which I found very strange. Like, I
Yeah.
cannot imagine anybody's parents I know, Jewish or non-Jewish, doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so I wonder if it's like if it was like that in the old days. You know what I mean? I maybe,
Maybe.
yeah. But it felt like the 1950s with them. It didn't feel like what year,
Yeah.
2022 or whatever year it is. I don't know.
Yeah, and like the fact that he was poking holes in her birth control, is that what it was? Or like,
Yes. So he like was wanted her to settle down. He like they made him seem that like, oh, okay, he was like this liar, he was controlling, but he also at some point like stole her birth control away because he wanted her to get pregnant, and that was really fucked up.
yeah. Yeah, I couldn't get over that.
That's abusive, and I was like, if my I would be so angry at my parents if they would still be connected with someone like that, you know?
Yeah. And like I'm very happy that Kenneth and Leia were able to let go, like be able to distance themselves by the end of this book. And there is a really good arc.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would have to go to some family therapy and really talk about how this happened and how they chose my ex-boyfriend over me for 10 years.
Yeah. And like they do mention it of like, yeah, she's gonna have to get help. But like I feel like if anyone needs help, it's her parent. Well, David, first of all, needs help because he's a terrible person, fine. But like her parents need help too, because that's such a fucked up
Yeah.
thing for them to do.
Yeah, it's so weird that like her dad and mom are hanging out with this person who's not connected to their family in any way.
Mm-hmm. And who obviously upset their daughter. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird. It's very weird.
And like for an only child, I don't know, it's all very strange and
Yeah.
didn't like it.
Didn't like it either. Um, but it's like also kind of I wonder because like it and this isn't necessarily like a Jewish thing, but like, in the past, like it was very good to have a son, to have like,
Yeah.
to carry on the name, the legacy of your family. And so maybe since she didn't have a brother, it was like, oh, he became like their de facto son that they always wanted, which again, what an old school kind of mindset for these days.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Um, I guess realistic, I think this kind of stuff obviously does happen, but I'm it was sad to read and like reading it, you're like, wow, that's really fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's like, oh, I hope. And it felt a little. Did you think it felt like a little like glossed over, like where it's like, oh, the author's just like this is such a cute story, I loved it, but it's like, yeah, and her parents like totally ignored her for 10 years, and it was like, but wait, what a minute, wait, like what, like that's
Yeah.
not cute.
Yeah, and then at the end they're like, we're on the path. And I was like, yeah, but that's gonna be a rocky path to be like, okay, now I have to just rationalize and let go of the fact that my parents chose someone else over me for 10 years. And I
Yeah.
guess have decided that they don't want to do that anymore for
Mm-hmm.
now. I would really
Exactly.
have
Yeah.
trouble trusting them again after that.
Yeah, I would too. And I would I and it's mom and dad, I love you. It's hard enough to go home for like 3 days, but to go home for all 8 days during these circumstances where your parents you have such a distant like relationship with your parents, and you're like, I'm going to see you for more than a week. Sounds awful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. To these people who like don't care that your ex-boyfriend treated you terribly and have chosen him to be their fake son. Ugh.
Yeah, yeah. It's really like I feel like the big and like the enemy in this book is them. Like
Yeah.
they are the villains. It's not the aliens. It's not the David who his is terrible, but really it's the parents who kind of started this, and they need help. They are the ones who need
Agree.
help.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Um so like Leia has this arc which I thought was very interesting of she's very emotionally affected by, to say the very least, by David's behavior of not being truthful, and she hates liars. Like that's their one thing. and she doesn't want like Kenneth to be lying to her because it'll be like David, and so she has like a hard time trusting people and getting close to people because of that.
Yeah, and then when he reveals he's an alien, she feels like that was a big betrayal.
Yes. Not that she doesn't go, oh my God, they're aliens. Oh my God, what? There's an intergalactic empire. Nope. She is mad about the lying.
Yeah, that seemed a little unrealistic to me. Uh
100%. And I also, well, I love this book.
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I also
Mhm.
like that like we don't have to pretend that we're like she has like to take 10 minutes to really take in that there are
Mhm.
aliens, they're here, they're among us, they're purple.
Yeah. Mhm.
She's just like you lied to me, and that was the biggest betrayal I could ever take on.
Oh, yeah. It's a huge betrayal. And like, they kind of like when the reveal happens and you're from like Knar, I'm just gonna call him Knar, like
Yeah.
his point of view, and like he kind of reasons with himself and maybe even with the reader of like he really didn't lie. Like his name, Ken is in his name, like Knar is in his name. He says he's from out of town, so it's like technic, and he's like everything else about me. I like food. I like you. Okay, maybe I said I'm like maybe I didn't mention the alien part, and at that point you're like, well, he's not wrong, you know. Maybe Leia is giving him a hard time.
I did feel like she gave him a hard time. I don't know.
Hmm.
He's an alien. Like, unless you're like really close with someone, he can't just reveal to every person on the street that he's an alien.
Yeah, I can't like. There was this weird lack of empathy from Leia's character in that respect.
Yeah, she just expected him to tell her the first time he met her, like, it's too dicey. Also, she might be like, I don't believe you, first of all. Second of all, she might go run screaming to the police or lose her mind. There's a
Hmm.
lot of variables. So he's got to trust someone.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like I feel like it's kind of like Leia. What would you do in my shoes? You know, and it just
Yeah.
felt like oh, knowing her and knowing humans in general, she would have done the same thing Kenneth did, you know,
Right?
of
Yes.
just like,
I
yeah. Mhm.
like how you said knowing humans in general versus other species. You know how that, humans be
Yeah.
shopping.
I know. Humans are shopping, they're lying, they're having trouble expressing the truth, expressing their emotions, and also they're afraid of water and flying on airplanes.
All of the above.
um, so she like kind of has like comes around to it and realizes like a really important lesson, which I think we all should learn, is that like she does have a hard time with change and just like opening, like thinking outside the box in terms of her own life, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Uh,
um oh yeah, go ahead.
no, you were gonna go.
Oh, I was gonna say like one, like there's a scene where she goes to a deli and it has like a new owner. Everything else is the same though, but she's like really mad it has a new owner, and they're like, Leia, you really gotta, you know, accept change. And then she was like, yeah, you're right. I That's why I should accept that Knar is a good person. I should think outside the box. The guy I'm in love with is an alien.
Yeah, he's a purple man.
Hmm.
I want to know what color shade of purple do you think he is?
I thought like kind of like a like purple in terms of like a like the color purple in Crayola, like purple, like no sort of
Yeah,
like kind of like not like light violet or like rose violet, like just purple, like kids
that,
colored. Yeah.
that's what I thought too.
Hmm.
Uh, I feel like you could get used to that really quickly. If if it's
Yes.
if it's just a skin color difference and there's no like weird stuff happening, like have you read any Octavia Butler
Hmm.
books?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
she had in one of in Dawn, like all the aliens are so different and people scream when they see them and
Hmm.
they have different anatomy and it's very difficult. This man looks like a man. He's just purple.
Yeah, like he literally, and with the exception of, and I want to talk about this because I think it's a major headline of the book, his dick, which,
Oh my God, I couldn't. I've been waiting until we
yeah,
could get into it.
you know, everything else is like practically the same. And before we get into the dick, because we really got to get into that dick, Leia, I do like the idea that like Leia eventually wants him to be purple all the time, you know, because he has like a hologram thing where he can like fake his skin color or whatever. And like, and then eventually like, and I was like, that's really cool. Like, she's like, I want you to be your authentic self.
Yeah, I also loved that. I thought it was
Mm-hmm.
great. Now let's talk about that dick.
My goodness. I wish like, did you, how, it's like a banana peel or something.
Okay, I have a lot of questions because like
Okay.
it seems like I would have appreciated a diagram.
Same here.
It feels like it is like an uncircumcised or like a foreskin that is like a fan. That's what I thought.
Yes, I thought it was like kind of like, okay, this is so weird, but like, you know how, like you know when like you see a banana that's half peeled,
Yes,
and like, you know, there's like a bit peel here and a bit peel, and it's like looks like a blooming flower in a way. Like that's what I thought his dick was like, oh, coming out of the banana peel when he's hard, and then like like I don't know.
I have so many questions about how they have sex. I also, okay, did he ever orgasm in this book? Because it felt unclear whether he did or not. And
Yes. Yeah. And it doesn't say, but like, because like they don't talk about, you know, the idea of like safe sex, like, you know, which was like, it's not that I needed it in this book, you know, like I'm just like, well, what should we do about birth control and protection and stuff, like, you know, that it's fine, he's not human, blah 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 blah. But like, yeah, they like the final sex scene, he has a lot of fluids, which I'm assuming is ejaculate, but you don't have a moment where it was like, and his body quaked and blah blah blah. Yeah.
Usually in a romance novel, you're making that clear that he also finished at some point.
Yes.
But hey, you know what? Some guys, this is very realistic. Some guys don't finish. Sometimes it's hard for them. I believe he didn't.
Oh wow. See, I believe that maybe his species doesn't have like they have sex and enjoy it, but maybe there isn't like a climactic bodily thing.
Oh my God, so sad.
It's so sad, but maybe his species is so evolved though, so it's like give and take, you know what I mean? Like
I felt like, and I wonder how you feel about this, I was really worried about her body with this. First of all, he has a giant dick, and it has like some kind of whirring fan, maybe vibrator function that like unfurls inside of her. It made me nervous for how much pain she would be in.
Me too, because she explicitly says that it was not these words, but the description is his dick pedal hit my cervix, and I was like, oh, like I literally clenched. Like
I also felt that way. She kept talking. I guess maybe it's a trope, but like she kept talking about how it was hitting her cervix, and I was like, that doesn't feel good. That's like very gynecological. Yeah,
and I don't think I think just that's the sensitive area, you know, and I don't think it's that. I think it's like people get sent to the hospital when like they get their cervix poked, you know, like it's horrifying. It's absolutely horrifying.
But she's like, oh yeah, touching that cervix.
Oh yeah. Like if that wasn't in there, like I would have been like, I love the sex in this book. But there was also one point where he was like, piercing my womb. Like there was like some sort of like womb talk. And again, like I just like felt this sympathy cramp.
Did he go down on her? I don't think he did.
I think like the final scene he wants, or she does in the final sex scene.
Okay.
Like for a second, and then she's like, I want you to finish in me. Oh, and she's like, I want you to breed me. That's what she says.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Which we don't even know if that's possible.
I know. Which I'm okay with. Like, you know, like at this point. fine. It's part of their study. Maybe they already knew it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, and it's funny because we're having quibbles, but like I love this book. I felt like it was
Oh
written
yeah.
so well and
Mhm.
I was turned on by all of their interactions. I was also
Mhm.
turned on by how supportive he was for her
Mhm.
and making her into a better person with her family.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like, for a short novella, the character arcs in this book was far more fleshed out than like some other full length like novels that I've read, because they both had something to learn. Like usually it's always one character or the other, but like Kanar, like there's like a great moment when like he, is it's like kind of like the breakup, and he like can't he's like, I can't wait for this to be over, and like he finally like understands like what his patients go through of like, oh, they're waiting for surgery and they can't wait for it to be over. Like he learned something about humanity, and I thought, smart.
Yeah, yeah. They both learned something. It was very specific. The reasons they were doing things were specific. Like she's avoiding her family because they have fallen in love with her ex-boyfriend.
Mhm.
She doesn't see them for that reason. She's taking this guy. I believed all of it. I
Mhm.
am sad they didn't go to Disneyland or Disney World.
Yeah, because and they talk about it too in the beginning, and we didn't have a scene there. I agree.
Yeah, I would have loved to have this alien there. And then also
Yeah,
to have them hook up somewhere in Disney World. We've all done
yeah.
it.
I
So
know. Well, I mean, so I hear. I mean, maybe.
not just
What? Where?
I've never
I,
been to Disney World, but Disneyland, sure.
yeah, I mean, I have been to Disney World, but I was 5, and I don't know what Mickey and Minnie were doing. But, um, but yeah. I thought, like, I think one thing, as great as the story was, as great as the characters were, they don't have sex until like 66% in, and I thought that while there were like erotic moments and sensual moments, I was like, we could have gotten to it a lot faster.
Yeah, yeah, I agree completely. That
Hmm.
would have been great.
Yeah, but like seeing, yeah, having a sex scene at Disney, because if like Knar and his species really wanted to study humanity, if they really wanted to study like the um the apex of humanity, Disney World is where you go. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like everything's there. Everything you
Yeah.
need to know about humanity is there. I That's my thesis. I know there will be details to be written by me up about that, but I just feel like that's the truth.
I agree with you. I agree. That would have been a very fun place for it. I
Hmm.
also think it's funny that the ruse just lasts the whole time and her parents never learn that he's not actually her boyfriend and that he's not a
Hmm.
human.
Yes, I loved that too, because you would think it would be like they would walk in on him in the shower or something and be like, your boyfriend has purple skin, and then it like turns into like this farce, but it's like that's not the point. Like it really
Yeah.
was this farcical story that ended up being a real emotional like character. It was a character journey.
It was. They were imperfect. They found each other. They made each
Mm-hmm.
other better.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in the story grew except David. He did not, but everybody's
Mm-hmm.
setting better boundaries with him.
Yeah, and David, he needs help. Like I feel like like I didn't even think his parents were still alive until her parents were like, you need to go home to your parents.
That's so sad for his parents. He's just been avoiding his parents for 10 years to hang out with
Hmm.
his ex-girlfriend's parents. Like, there's a lot to unpack there.
So much to unpack. It would be so interesting. Didn't need it here because this book is
No.
perfect. But like, yeah, it is very fascinating as to like where the blame should be placed in terms of like the conflict in this book.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's a big part of it, and her parents are a big part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Lot of victims, his parents,
Mm-hmm.
Leia,
Mm-hmm.
uh, a lot of generational trauma. I loved it. I
Yeah.
love a generational. I'm a Jewish. I love a generational trauma story.
Exactly. Yeah. And, Kenneth even has a line in it where it's like something like victimhood is like kind of one of the tenets of religion or something. It was like a very smart like kind of like observation of like religion is like victimhood is always a big thing, you know. And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, Kanar, you're right. You are absolutely right. Yeah. What did you think of like that rock paper scissors? Like that was like their first like sexual moment where it's like they're in the dark and she's like teaching him like rock paper scissors and he thought it was like this is the sexiest thing in the world.
I'm going to be really honest with you. I thought it was really boring and I skipped through it.
Okay, I understand it. I understand that. I like there was like I really like I was like okay, I get it. She's touching him and he's like turned on and it's like you know, whatever. I do like that it came back full circle.
Yes.
Like clever. But yeah, I feel like it kind of added to kind of the pacing in the beginning, like before they have sex was a little slow.
Yeah, I understood what was happening. And then I was like, are they not gonna, is nothing gonna actually happen? I'm gonna keep going.
Yes. I mean, that's, it's like you're well versed in this world, you know, like we know why we're reading this. And sometimes like the tension before they have sex feels a little repetitive, and sometimes the tension when they have sex feels repetitive from other books, so you're like yep,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, I totally get that.
Yeah, that was one of the only parts where I was like, is this going to turn into anything? Oh no, they're just going to go to bed after weirdly touching each other's hands. Okay, I'm out.
Yeah, like okay, it took them so long to finally kiss and hook up, and it was like ugh. Yeah.
I do like there was consent. He was always like, are you okay with this? Very nice, very appreciated.
Oh yeah, he was very attentive and like, you know, was like just a good guy, a good alien. He was a really just good all around alien.
Yeah.
Good man.
Yes,
and she's
definitely.
a great person too. She like grew and like, yeah.
Okay, wait. So if they have an alien baby, is it going to also be purple or like a lighter shade of purple?
I mean, I guess lighter shade. I guess it would be a lighter shade of purple, but would they have the ability to do hologram? You know what I mean? Like, would the baby have like a hologram power?
I don't know.
I mean, we got to find out.
I'm worried about this baby that they're going to have to hide from humanity.
Oh my God. What a fun, like, sitcom that would be.
Yeah, like people come over and you're like, oh, hide the baby. She's purple.
Like, yeah, put the baby on his like skin human zone, like burp, like.
That sounds fun. I'd watch that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would watch like honestly, I would watch it. Like I feel like this book itself felt like the pilot to a TV show, and like I would like love to watch like what happens when she like moves in and they start dating, and it's like you know like I want to see the two of them throughout the entirety of the rest of their life after this book because I loved it so much.
I agree. I'm all for it.
Yes. Okay, so I am going to ask you for your final thoughts and a rating. So, in terms of the rating, as we talked about, I'm just going to call them dick pedals. How many dick pedals do you rate this book? 1 out of 5 or 0 out of 5 dick pedals means you didn't like it, but 5 out of 5 means that you liked it.
I'm definitely going to give this a 5 out of 5 dick pedals. Mm-hmm. I loved it. This was the best one I've read while being on your podcast. It was a true delight. Everybody should read this book if you like alien erotica. Mm-hmm. It's a real good way in. No tentacles. Really into tentacles and the alien stuff a lot of the time.
Some people are. I get it.
Yeah. And a very fun, and you might learn something about Judaism, even if you're Jewish.
Exactly. I agree with you. I give it 5 out of 5 dick pedals. And honestly, I've read a lot of Hanukkah romances over the years. This one I think was the best one, and kind of the one that felt, and this is saying a lot, that kind of felt the most Jewish, I have to say. Felt like the most real Hanukkah book. Was like, okay, like I get it. Like, you know, there were a lot of things that felt very relatable to like being a Jewish woman in America, you know.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
I haven't read any other Hanukkah erotica, but this is
Mhm.
the bar too high, so I don't know if I can.
Honestly, I feel like if you were going to read one, this is it. Like everything else, it really is just like copy paste. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Christmas, or like find and replace, you know, Hanukkah for Christmas. But this, it's like you didn't even need it. Like, because it was just like, it was so bonkers and it was just perfect in every way.
Yes, agree completely.
Well, Aisha, thank you so much for being a guest. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a true joy, and I hope to read more erotica soon.
Yay. Well, you're always welcome back, erotica or otherwise, with aliens or otherwise, aliens,
Great.
humans, anytime you are welcome back. And most importantly, happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah to you too.
Too Stupid to Live is part of the Frolic Podcast Network. For more podcasts you'll love, visit frolic.media/podcasts. Thank you so much for listening and have a great rest of your day.